Good afternoon. This is the market update for Tuesday, April 30th. We had some more bad economic data, and as a result, the S&P 500 hit a new all-time high, and so is the case for the rally that defies all logic. Starting off here with the 15-minute chart, and you can see after that economic data came out, we ended up shedding about 80 points. It looked like the sky was about to fall. But as I remarked in the chat room, bad economic data will likely lead to a rally later in the day. And lo and behold, Dow and NASDAQ ended up 21 points on the day, 100-point reversal. Nothing new, same old, same old. Large caps get chased, small caps languish. And, you know, that's been just more of the same over the last few days. Looking at the Dow transportation stocks, we see here we are about to break a big resistance here on the trannies. Volume has been very, very strong. Well, not very strong is a bad word. Volume has been to the upside over the last few days, and RSI was able to break that downtrend, and we are right here at this little triangle break at 6,200, and as the trannies go, so goes the overall market. So we're going to be paying close attention to this over the next couple of days. The Fed started their two-day meeting today, and the decision will be coming tomorrow. Could be a market mover. Fed days over the last couple of months have tended to be very annoying, deadish kind of days. Let's see if tomorrow brings more of the same. Quick mention on the Russells. Small caps really subdued today. The Russell was only up 5 points, but it too, just like the Dow Transports, is right at a downtrend break here as well. Now, one thing to keep in mind, tomorrow brings the first day of May, and of course, over the last 3-4 years, you've become very accustomed to the sell in May and go away adage, and the articles are continuing to flow. You're going to hear that nonsense over the next couple of weeks, especially if we do see a dip in the market. Go to the website. On the homepage, I've got an article. Brings up the stats for May and shows that May actually is not that bad of a month. It's a month that is up 25% more times than it's down. Nice little trend. Doesn't necessarily mean we are going to sell off. What could actually happen is that we see a rotation out of the craziness, out of these large cap chasing that we've been seeing over the last quarter, and a rotation into the laggards, meaning we started seeing some of that over the last couple of days with technology stocks actually doing very well, and the NASDAQ stocks have done actually better than the overall Dow stocks over the last couple of days, as funds seem to be rotating into technology, which has really been a lagging sector. Small caps and micro cap stocks are another possible target for this rotation, so need to keep a very close attention on that. As I've said, the kinds of stocks we play have been really, really subdued over the last quarter, and you know, that's bound to change, and that change may be coming this upcoming month. Anyway, let's jump into some stock plays. ETRM, pretty dead for most of the day, and then we had a buyer show up last 5 minutes of the day, and we closed at the highs of the days, 96 cents. Very, very nice setup. These guys give an update tomorrow morning, earnings report, but with most biotech stocks, developmental ones, earnings don't really mean a whole lot. It's an update on the pipeline, and what is expected tomorrow morning is news regarding their FDA filing. That should set this one off. To give you an example, look what DRRX did finally today. You recall we've been waiting for Pfizer to give an update on Ramoxi over the last 3-4 weeks. We've just been waiting patiently for that news. It finally came out today, and the stock went boom. Traded as high as $1.85. Then they took it all the way down to $1.33, and then they ended up closing it in the 150s. So this is a stock that was considered dead, and the stock, or drug that was considered dead, and the stock has rallied. So what do you think is going to happen? This stock was at 260 when they announced disappointing data from their phase 3 trial, and the stock gave up 75% of its value. Here it is, rock bottom, and they're about to announce that they're going to file for FDA approval. look what DRRX did. What do you think this stock's going to do if we get that news? I would say it's going to go higher. A $1 break will bring the chasers in. We could see this one move to 120 plus rather quickly. Also, look what ZGNX did last month. This was a stock that was considered dead, and the stock went up 80% over the course of a couple of days. So these kinds of runs are not uncommon. ETRM set up very nicely, especially if we get positive news tomorrow from the update. IBIO. Big sell-off over the last couple of weeks. Bird flu continues to dominate the headlines. And this sell-off that we saw here, when we had that initial bird flu spike and then the stock started retreating lower, what this was here, and if you go to the education sector or segment on the website, I've got a video on how someone always knows the news that's coming. And what this here is before financing typically hits a stock, the financiers let their friends know and they short ahead of the financing. Then the news comes, they short a little bit more, they cover, they go long, and the stocks end up recovering. Same thing has happened here. These guys raised, sold 8 million shares, 48 cents. Stock has bottomed out nicely down here. We actually had an SEC filing late today that one of the actual large holders of IBIO bought over 50% of the shares that were offered at 48 cents. That is a very good sign. Half of the shares have been locked up by a strong, currently holding owner of IBIO. What that means is there will be much less selling pressure on this stock as it rebounds. I will bring your attention to OCLS, our monster winner from a couple of weeks ago, which had an an identical situation. Stock was sort of faltering. Shorts started moving in ahead of the financing news, splat, little bit of consolidation, full 100% recovery. Another stock that has done the same thing, I know. Kind of a consolidation, shorts moving in, financing. Almost a 100% retrace from that gap down of the 65 cents. So these kind of moves are very typical. Target here would be a move to the 50-day moving average. Now, we've got two positive angles to play on this. We've got the fact that it's a big sell-off on financing that will inevitably rebound, and also the bird flu stocks have been very strong of late, and these guys are a big player in this market. Like this stock for an accumulation, rock bottom prices. WYY. Actually woke up today. We got a nice little buyer show up out of the blue late in the day. Got it as high as 64 cents. Then the Scamex specialist stepped in with his 100-share bogus sells at the bid just to make sure that the stock closed slightly red on the day, as he's done over the last couple of days. As I've repeated many times, this stock being under $1 is just a travesty. When you see stocks like RVLT that have no sales trading at $250 million market caps, but that's, the market is an inefficient place, and when stocks like this are missed, it brings opportunity for us, and it's just a matter of patiently waiting for that earnings run that probably is getting ready to gear up. Earnings in 2 weeks' time. Just like the last time, we should see a very nice move on it. Quick mention on Apple. Boom! Is all I got to say. We talked about this one in the weekend video regarding how this stock was breaking its downtrend line and was set up for a move back to the 450, 460 area. Almost got there today. Those Apple 450 and 460 calls that I mentioned, both of which were trading under $5, 200% gainers in 2 days. Remarkable move in those options. They ended up trading up to $13 to the $15 range from $4.50 to $5. Phenomenal move in them. And this is what's been actually pulling a lot of the money out of the small caps market is traders, instead of trading Apple, they're looking at Apple options as a way kind of akin to playing small caps, but the ability to get 100, 200, 50% gains in a couple of days. So that's part of the reason why we've seen a lot of the volume pull out of the kind of stocks we play in the microcap stocks. But as I said earlier, I think we're going to start to see a rotation back into those over the next quarter. Last stock I want to go over today. I have not mentioned a gem stock in, a couple of months. Last time I even mentioned a stock that was set up as a gem play was WYY back earlier in the year when it was trading in the 35, 40 cent area before it popped almost 100% for us. OTIV is a similar situation. We've played this one before for the exact same reason. We've been waiting for the event. The Markman hearing is upcoming next week on May 7th and May 9th. And what that is whenever there's patent litigation, there is a pre-hearing where they go over evidence, etc., etc., etc. We've seen a similar thing happen on VRNG, PRKR. And in the days going up to the Markman hearings, those stocks have seen monster moves. I believe most people were unaware until today's press release that these guys actually had a Markman hearing upcoming. So we should see interest continue to spread over the next couple of days. This stock had bad management. That management team is all gone thanks to a successful activist move, new board, new CEO. Today there was a new chairman of the board hired. He is a lawyer, skilled in negotiations. If you read the PR today, the company said that they are looking to sign complex licensing deals and looking to sue other companies. Sounds exactly like VRNG when we played that baby back in the 125, 150 area before it doubled. Exact same situation here. As I mentioned in the chat room, I believe this could be a very nice gem play for us over the next couple of weeks. 200-day moving average is the logical first target. That's up there 20% higher. But I believe this stock can easily do a 50% move on increased volume and attention over the next couple of days or next couple of weeks. DSS patent play up 25% over the last couple of days. There is a strong move into these IP stocks. These guys have been around a long time. They have a lot of patents, a lot of old patents, and they could be looking to settle with T-Mobile that I believe today is finalizing their merger with Metro PCS. I believe this is an excellent swing opportunity for us right now, guys. I would be a buyer on any dips under $1, and I think we are going to see some very, very, very nice gains on this one over the next month. So I like this one. Accumulate dips. I think we're going to be very, very happy with it. ETRM tomorrow. Let's see what the update is. We could be very happy on that one. We could wake up with a nice little gap up on that one in the morning too. So iBio, on the bird flu angle alone, this is dirt cheap. On the financing rebound, this is dirt cheap. We've got some very, very nice setups right now. Some nice action, some nice sector momentum. Things looking very, very nice. Any questions on these plays? Shoot me an email. Otherwise, have a great evening. See you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Bye.